Today we have a mixture of a bunch of topics that we're gonna go over. Some of them are really interesting and some of them are just some small touches that just happened within the community that I'm gonna be talking about. The very first thing is that this level was published on the servers a while back and it was rated, but now it has been hacked and it's now, yeah, it was turned into a small challenge. And what's very interesting about this is that if you click on show percentage, if you just manage to get through this jump, you're gonna die at 100%, which is basically 99%, which will give you a key and 178 orbs instantly without having to really do any challenges. So that is of course not that very cool. Whoever did this, not sure who it is, but yeah, I honestly kind of want to try this. So like that, I'm so bad. I'm on this time though. Yes, I got it. Okay, never mind. It's a pretty hard challenge for a 6-star. I mean, you guys saw. But you can get yourself some sweet orbs, which honestly, now looking at it, I don't think is a good idea because abusing these systems was never the best option. But, well, another thing regarding the new event level is something that got leaked, not leaked, it was like announced kind of secretly on a very small account. And it has something to do with the next event level. Now, we can't really be sure when exactly the next event level is going to be. But from what it looks like, it's like a weekly type thing. So you guys know what I'm saying. But yeah, this is the tweet. It may be related to Geometry Dash, like a level, like the one that we had from Audiovisual as the first event level in GD, but I'm not too sure. So I'm not gonna say it is going to be something new, but it might very likely be a new level that is gonna be the next event level. Because as you guys know, the Geometry Dash X NCS album is slowly coming with more secret levels made by talented creators are getting released and those being set as event levels. And for this one, we have coming out in just 2 days. I teamed up with Diviners Music and NCS Sounds to make a song for Geometry Dash. That's like a whole group of things that you teamed up with and then just for Geometry Dash. That is awesome. And this is a real thing that's going on because we have the NCS being really excited in the comments, so it's not really just some random guy posting something on Twitter. It is actually something verified, which honestly could simply lead to the new event level being in 2 days or perhaps again on Saturday, which I think is it's going to be cool. Another awesome thing. This is probably one of the coolest things that's happened in GD for a while, and it's GD.plays made by Sputniks and a lot of different people. So this is a mega project, and if you guys don't know what this is, let me just do a quick explanation. So this is a level on a website. The website is called plays.gd, and on this website you can see a bunch of objects and a timer. The timer is supposed to represent when this event is going to start. So in 2 days, 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 4 seconds. And once this timer runs out and you've signed in over here, what you can do is you can basically place one single object every 5 minutes. Now, this is very, very interesting because we already have more than 10,000 people participating in this. So you can imagine about 10,000 blocks being placed every 5 minutes by random people, and it's going to be an absolute mess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be streaming this event so that we can build something very cool with our community, because as you guys can see over here, player wins if they reach the top right corner. And yeah, so the player is going to start over here. This is going to be a platformer level, and somehow everybody is going to have to build all the way up to the corner of the level, which honestly is not that far. This is not like the end of the editor or anything, but it is still like pretty far, right? There is an end trigger at the end over there. So you will get to edit objects, delete objects, place objects, and play a bunch of play around with the transformation of the object, if that makes sense. And yeah, that the countdowns are so juicy. I absolutely love them. But yeah, this is an awesome idea, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this thing will turn out, because it did happen before with 2.1 and it was an absolute mess. So now we're gonna see. We're gonna see. And with that being said, we have actually now back to the update and things that were added into the update. People have found some new stuff that we didn't really know existed. So the first thing is, if you actually type over here key, this is a new code that was added into the servers. And now if you click on it, you can see that my boy over here has reacted, and yeah, you guessed it. You get a key. I mean, why not, right? Instead of beating a whole demon, you can just slap that key code in there and you'll get a demon key. That's awesome. This code was added recently by Roptop on the server so that we now can use it. And yeah, if you guys already know, Roptop can add new codes whenever he wants. And yeah, we just have to find a way to get those codes so we can get these sweet rewards as well. However, something that is kind of sussy about the new update, which honestly kind of worried me, was the fact that there is one shader that absolutely works in a different way now, and I'm gonna show you guys a quick example. So as you guys know, I have a level called Castello, which is a Mario themed level, which honestly looks pretty cool. And what's really special about this level is the lava. The lava down there looks very, very juicy. And that was actually the reason why I even started making this level. Is because I came up with this idea that if you add a massive lava pool looking like this, and then you apply a bit of shaders on it, look at what's going to happen. You're gonna have this juicy looking thing, and if you play around with some of the values, you can actually get some, some very interesting results. Look at this. So now you can see that the lava is kind of wobbling the whole time, which honestly looks awesome. And now I want you guys to focus on the lava and see exactly how it looks like, how wobbly it is, and so on. And now if we go to Castello over here and play it, you can see that the lava is kind of still. It's literally a still line, and it doesn't really move anymore, which was not the case back in 2.206. This was the case after the update came out, which is honestly kind of worrying because a shader was changed. The way a shader works has changed, and I've actually made a level showcasing this bug and exactly how it works. So you guys see this grid over here, and the shader lines are now going to go from left to right relative to the screen. So you guys see that the lines are going from left to right, and the green lines over here are the ones that are wobbly. And now if we rotate the screen 90 degrees, what's going to happen is that the black lines are now the wobbly ones, and this one now looks like a completely still line. And you can see that no matter how much I move, the green lines are just lines. They are not wobbly whatsoever. And so the lines basically stay left to right relative to the screen. And you can play around with the settings of that shader and nothing's going to happen. And yeah, in 2.206, however, the shader lines were relative to the level and not the screen. So if the lines were normally going left to right, and then you rotate the screen, what's going to happen is that they're going to end up going from up to down, which is going to lead to this beautiful looking lava effect. So if I did this in 2.206, then the green lines should be the wobbly ones and not the black lines. So yeah. Now this whole issue really came into place just because this thing just didn't have a rotate option. Unlike, where is it? There was that beautiful shader that had so many, this one. Look at how many options this had. So this has the option of rotate, which basically just rotates the chalk line by 90 degrees. However, this shader doesn't have that. So as a result, I literally had to build the level vertically so that this effect can take place. And that is actually the only reason why I made this level go vertical. And it was an absolute nightmare playtesting this and doing all this stuff. So seeing how after all this, an update just broke everything is, yeah, it's kind of funny to be honest. But yeah, this is a change that now happened to all of the levels and all of how this shader functions. So yeah, it's a change that is only a visual change, so nothing really with the gameplay. The lava is no longer that juicy, but I believe in an upcoming update, this is going to be better. And I'm going to have to fix this level, but it's going to be cool. And the reason why this even happened, this whole shader change, is because RobTop has actually changed many of the shaders to make them more optimized. And one thing that I noticed is that the pinch shader now has a much more precise radius value that you can input. So in the past, this and also that, so the radius and the modifier had only 2 digits after the comma, and what this means is that you guys can see how the effect is taking place. So back then you couldn't do this very smooth movement like that. That was not possible in 2.206. However, now that we have one more digit that we can add, this is how it looks very, very, very smooth. This is awesome and all, but why is the bulge thing still not very smooth? You guys can see that if we go from this to this, like it's a big step, right? And that's because we go from 90 to 91 instead of 90 to 90.1, so 901. So there's only 2 digits after the comma. Whereas in this one, you have 3, which kind of leads to this very smooth thing. So RobTop changed some things in the shaders, and they function now in a different way. But as a result, they are much, much more optimized, which is honestly a win-win situation. Let's just hope it gets fixed sometime soon, or we get an option to rotate the shader. That would be very, very cool. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. Make sure to just love that like, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments if your guys' levels broke as well and how they broke. And I will see you guys in the next video.